Our next guest is a widely respected baking expert as well as a popular food writer and instructor. She studied in Paris and is the author of 7 cookbooks, including Desserts for Today, which is all about stress-free, easy baking with 4 ingredients. Abby Dodge joins us here on Connecticut Style. Thank you for being here.
It's absolutely my pleasure. My pleasure.
So, Abby, 7 cookbooks.
7.
That is quite an accomplishment.
7 and counting, believe it or not.
A couple more in the works.
A couple more in the works.
And today we're making a recipe from Desserts for Today.
Yes.
Where did the idea come from?
Well, I'll give you the short story.
Okay.
For starters, the number 4 really is an inspirational number. If you think, a chair has 4 legs. There's
4 tires.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
All of that, the 4th of July. And then I started noodling about a name, and I decided, well, Desserts 5 today doesn't make any sense.
Good point, Abby.
We're sticking with that 4 inspiration.
Okay, and what are we making today? I see a lot of citrus.
Yes, this is citrus time. There's so much in the market, so I thought we would make the citrus pomegranate terrine from the cookbook.
Oh, it sounds wonderful.
Yeah, it's super easy, and it really explodes with the flavor of the season.
Are there any alternate ingredients?
Sure,
in case
absolutely.
you don't have all these handy.
Well, in the one I made, I used a bunch of different colors of 2 different colors of grapefruit and a navel orange. But you could make it all with navel oranges. You could make it all with grapefruit. You could, instead of the pomegranate, you could add in chopped mint if you were doing it, or even like grapes. You could even add grapes. And Desserts for Today is really all. I include with every recipe different switch-ins. I call them switch-ins, so that you can really make the recipe your own or modify it to your taste.
All right, sounds good. Well, let's get started.
Okay. First, we're going to start with our vessel. This is just a regular vessel. It's just a regular loaf pan.
Okay.
It's a 6-cupper, so if you want to do it in a round or something like that, you just need something that's 6 cups. Now, you don't have to do this step, but I like helpful hints. So I was hoping you would stuff this in there, line the inside of it with the plastic wrap.
Now, Abby, I'm assuming this is probably going to make it easier when we're all done.
Easier to unmold.
Nothing's going to stick to the sides here?
Right into the side, right into the things. People get a little nervous about unmolding gelatin desserts.
Yeah,
and
I can imagine.
This one is this is a nice little
How'd I do?
tip. Beautiful.
Okay.
You're a pro. Okay, now we want to section the citrus. So if you want to choose, we've got a grapefruit, an orange, a blood orange.
Let's do grapefruit. Okay. Usually when I eat a grapefruit, I slice it in half, and you cut the little wedges out with the little is it called a grapefruit spoon or
grapefruit spoon?
Spork? I don't know. It has a little
spork
sharp
is
end.
great. Yes, so for this recipe, what we want to do is we want to take the rind off, as well as, here, so we're going to set it on its side and cut the edges off. Okay, so you just see this. And then using this nice sharp knife, it doesn't have to be as long as my little saber that I've got going on here.
Okay.
We're just going to go around and remove the zest and the pith. The pith is the white part, the zest is the outside.
Oh,
so,
okay. Now, what's the difference between the ruby red grapefruit versus this color?
Color.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Ruby red.
I set myself up for that one.
And then, there are all sorts of different variations in grapefruit.
Does it taste different? Is one sweeter versus tartness? Or?
The ruby reds I find to be a little bit sweeter, but citrus, any type of citrus this time of year is just amazing.
Okay.
So we're going to go all the way around and flip it over on its side. Now, I should mention, while I finish taking off this pith, that if people don't want to go to this amount of effort, another switch-in that they can use is they can buy in the produce section of grocery stores now. They have already sectioned citrus.
I've seen that before,
and
yes.
it's, Del Monte makes them. I think stores buy them, make them, in like Stop and Shop. And that's really a great
That's easy.
thing. Yes.
So now we're putting this over the strainer so we don't get any seeds into it?
Exactly.
Is that,
I'm going to lose
the point
that.
there?
Yep. And we're just going to go around. And as you can see, I'm sliding the knife right next to that piece of pith, the membrane.
We're cutting around it.
Yep,
so
just to release these sections so that we get the one, just that part.
Okay.
Now, just like that, and then we're going to squeeze through.
Got it.
We're going to get the remainder of that. Now, I can do a couple more out of this one, but we really have all that we need in the bowl.
Okay,
so we're going to pop that over there, knife down, and a spoon. Let's take the rest of these guys in here.
All right. About how many fruits did you cut up here?
This is about 4 grapefruit and about 4 navel orange. Again, it's about the volume, 6 cups. Okay. So it's one of the reasons why I like measuring out in a big container. Now, with the excess juice, we're going to take 3/4 of a cup of the excess juice. Let's see, our third ingredient,
okay.
2 packages of gelatin. Here, I'll let you open one.
Abby, we have about a minute left right now, so we're going to put the gelatin in here, both of them?
Put the gelatin in.
Okay.
And we'd let that sit for a while. Once it sits, it's going to be all gelatinous and wonderful.
Okay.
This gets added in.
Oh, yeah, it kind of thickened up a little bit.
It thickened up, and it will thicken up even more. You can add some of these, and while I pour this in, why don't you give this
a stir? Sure. Those were pomegranate seeds, right, that we put in there?
And then...
This is very healthy, too.
Yes, very healthy. And then we just are going to spoon this into the mold.
Okay.
Oops. And it all fits in there, just like this. And then this is something, it's also great because you can do it ahead. You can make this up to 2 or 3 days ahead. Stuff it in, and then that juice gelatin mixture gets poured over the top.
That's pretty simple, Abby.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with this.
Right?
How long does it have to sit for now?
It takes about 4 to 6 hours, up to 2 days. You can really store it up to 2 days.
Okay. Bobby, we're out of time, but we'll let that sit, and you can stay with us till the end of the show so we can taste this.
Sounds good. I'd love to.
All right. The name of the book, again, is Desserts for Today. We're going to check back later, and coming up next...